Hey, this is Lebron James, and today I want to talk about what it means to be a champion. My mom has this old photo of me when I was 2 years old and tiny. Yeah, I was tiny at one point. It was taken on Christmas morning, and the year was probably 1986, 1987. In the background, you could see a Christmas tree, a few presents scattered around the floor. The 1980s are on full display in this photo, with a big old picture tube TV in the background. And I think one of the toys under the tree is like an Etch-a-Sketch. Y'all remember those, right? And there I am, standing beside a little Tykes basketball hoop with a ball in my hand and a huge smile on my face. My mom says I used to dunk on that basket, even when I was little. And once I figured it out, I asked her to raise up the height of the rim to make it even harder for myself. I don't know where it came from, but I always felt the drive to reach higher, to push myself harder, to be the best in everything that I do. But a drive to win only goes so far. I've learned that wanting to win and being a champion, those are different things. For me personally, being a champion is not something you accomplish once, and that's it, you're done. It's a way of thinking that I walk around with, and it affects how I approach my work, my game, and my life. Being a champion is a mindset. People look at me today and sometimes they think, oh, this is destined to be. They point to the cover of the Sports Illustrated that said, The Chosen One when I was 17. They see the titles, they see the rings, they see the MVPs, and they think it was all inevitable. But the truth is, none of it was guaranteed. It was a process of coming into my own, a process of winning and losing and learning for a lot of years. Along the way, I was fortunate to have some pivotal people to help me become who I am today. Growing up as a young kid in the inner city, I didn't have a lot of big visions for my life. I'm looking around and most of what I'm seeing are kids going down the wrong path, dropping out of school, getting into trouble, getting into drugs, sometimes ending up in jail. My mom did an amazing job raising me. Let me repeat that. My mom did an amazing job of raising me. She was like a superhero in my world, but I didn't have a lot of other positive role models. I didn't have a male influence showing me a different way. That started to change when I got into sports. I started playing football in the 4th grade and basketball in the 5th grade. Playing basketball, I had a unique experience. I played with pretty much the same group all through elementary and high school. Our coach was an incredible man named Drew Joyce. My teammates were an unbelievable group of guys also, named Willie McGee, Sheon Cotton, and Drew Joyce III, a.k.a. Little Drew, who was Coach Drew's son. And then in my sophomore year, we added one more who deemed us the Fab Five, Romeo Travis. Sports didn't just give me something to commit to. It gave me something to belong to. I found father figures among my coaches and brotherhood with my teammates. I found a sense of family that shaped the person I am today. Together, we won a lot of games and a few championships, but it wasn't all about winning. The big lessons didn't come from the trophies. They came from losing and having to regroup for the next game. They came from working through differences and learning to mesh as a team. They came from doing the less exciting parts, like training and practicing. At that time, Coach Drew and his wife drove us thousands of miles down to Orlando for the national championship from Akron, Ohio. It was never just the win that taught the lesson. It was the fight to get there. It was the fight that showed me who I was. The great Muhammad Ali said, "A man who has no imagination has no wings." Did y'all hear that? The great Muhammad Ali said, "A man who has no imagination has no wings." As a young kid growing up, I didn't really have that bigger notion of where my life could go. But my teammates and coaches, they saw my potential and helped me see it. They helped me build up the vision of who I could be. I started to see the power I had to be a teammate, to be a leader, and to be a champion. So what were those lessons I learned? What is a champion's mindset? To explain what it is, I've also got to explain what it's not. First, the preparation matters more than the competition. Those experiences that shaped me early on, They taught me that being a champion isn't just about stepping up and taking big shots with everything on the line. It's about the work you did that got you there. It's not about the 5 minutes you stand on the podium. It's the 5 years you spent running sprints at 6 a.m. This is a mindset that says, I'm going to put in the work, and if I do, winning is inevitable. And if I do everything I can to prepare, I can live with the results, win or lose. Second, it's about the team, not the individual. You're probably thinking, I've heard this a million times, la-da-la-da-la-da, I get it. But I'm here to say it once more. It's teams that build great things. Teams. My whole mentality, my whole career has been about empowering my teammates and letting them empower me. I've seen it work 1,000 times. On the basketball court, in business, and even in family. Success comes when groups of people rise up together and support each other towards a common goal. Last, I focus on the process, not the outcome. A champion's mindset means total focus in the present. It means I keep my head down on right now, and the future takes care of itself. I concentrate on what's below my feet as I take this step, not what's a mile down the highway. While I'm training and practicing and recovering, I'm not daydreaming about what it's like to hold the trophy. When I'm running sprints across the football field, I'm fully present. When I'm doing an off-season shoot-around, I'm right there in that gym. When I'm in that cryo chamber after a workout, my mind is in there with me. I don't like to look at the ending. I like to live in the moment. Yeah, I hold on to a vision of where I'm heading, but along the way, I try to stay locked in the moment, and I trust that the work is going to take me there. A few years back, I was in Barcelona as a part of a Nike athlete tour across Europe. I think it was August. Yeah, it was August. So it was during the off season. One morning, I visited FC Barcelona Stadium to do my daily workout. It's a gorgeous day. The sun shining down, and you got this thick green grass all across the field. I was with my trainer, mixing it up with some sprints across the field and some strength training. The start of the basketball season was still about a month and a half away. We were pushing it really hard that day, so I'm like beyond the point of exhaustion, covered in sweat, but still, I'm squaring up to do another circuit across the field. A friend passed by, someone I knew from around the league, and he takes a look at how hard I'm training and he says, "Hey, Lebron, you good? You must be getting ready for the start of the season." And my response was, "Season? Nah, I'm training for the playoffs." That's a fact. In a sense, nothing's changed since I was 2 years old. I'm still jacking up that little Tykes basketball net, seeing if I can jump a little higher. Still pushing myself to see how far I can go. Thanks for being here with me. I'm LeBron James. Until next time, pick up a ball and keep reaching higher.